Okay. Alright, okay. Since you were sitting very patiently. Really? Like, this is a good day. It's always good when you start your day with fucking psychotic fucking crying laughing. Uh-huh. Husband. Okay, can I just like clean your nasty elbows? Hello, lover. How are you doing? You know, doing fine. Wait. Haha. Let's see your face. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, your eyes are gross. Oh, get your gunky eyeballs. Oh, look at your pretty face. I can see your pretty face. I can see your pretty face. Oh, yes, hello. Hi, handsome. No, you like your face back?
Hello?
Okay, let's get your pill. Feeling a little better, but fucking tired. Yeah, story of my fucking life.
Hello?
Are you free to chill this week? Curfew is at 10 p.m. though. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is. I mean, like, I just don't follow it. I, when, is, whenever you call. Just fucking you let me know when you're free. It's just one of those like fucking not that can't say anything nice, more like can't fake being in a good mood. Because
all right, let's move on to Epstein. Okay, really, I was wiping away a tear there for Ghislaine Maxwell. Just kidding. Really felt for her. She was convicted on all but one count in her trial. But this isn't really about her actual conviction. It's more about we didn't learn all that much from this trial. She never took the stand. In terms of the government evidence, these were crimes committed in the early 2000s and even in the 1990s. They very narrowly focused on sex trafficking allegations against Miss Maxwell. But we didn't really learn a whole lot about Jeffrey Epstein, about the power elite, about the people they associated with, about potential blackmail, about videotapes, about all of the information that the FBI possesses. And in some ways, Crystal, this is the perfect little bow tie ending that the feds could ever ask for. Ghislaine Maxwell is going to jail. Yes. However, nothing was revealed in open court against the most powerful people on earth. Some might say that was by design. Yeah. Because now all of those files in the FBI, they're not coming out. They're part of an investigation. They can remain secret for all time. Open court was the last and only opportunity for us to learn about so much of what these two were up to for several decades. And shockingly, even the New York Times did a decent job of this. Let's put this up there on the screen. Maxwell prosecutors won their case, but shed little light on Epstein. And as they point to, we had a rare window into Jeffrey Epstein, and yet we got a very narrow a very narrow trial where high-profile friends like Donald Trump and Bill Clinton came up only in passing. Just a few of the financial transactions and a fraction of the thousands of FBI photos were even offered into evidence. Talk of Epstein's private planes, while much fascination, came off as stale. And what they say there is we learned very, very little about his actual lifestyle, about the financial connections between him, people like Bill Gates and others. Yes, we learned a tad bit about the way that they were able to schmooze amongst the power elite, but we didn't learn about any potential blackmail or more. And the way that this entire thing, both from the media level, in terms of the lack of coverage around this, lack of understanding generally outside of these reporters about these larger connections of the Epstein network, have largely been ignored. And actually, on the BBC network, our British friends, who, just a reminder, one of their princes was literally, ensnared in all this, to react to this trial and the verdict, who do you think they brought on? Put this up there. The BBC had to apologize after they had Alan Dershowitz, one of Epstein's own lawyers, on their program to react. They said, oh, well, his appearance did not meet our editorial standards. We did not make the relevant background clear to our audience. We will look into how this happened. Dershowitz not only served as a lawyer to Epstein, he has been accused by Virginia Giuffre, one of the most credible Epstein survivors, as himself being a recipient of, I don't know how to say this, participating in sexual assault, basically.
She claims, he denies this.
Yeah, he denies it, to be clear.
She claims that he raped her when she was 16.
Right.
That's who they chose to have on to evaluate the Maxwell trial.
Right.
And he took the opportunity to spin it in his favor.
That's right.
Because of the prosecutors, what they called this thin to win strategy of only presenting the very narrowest evidence and not bringing a lot of the other accusers in, Virginia Giuffre did not take the stand. She was not called as a witness. So Dershowitz took advantage of his time on BBC to smear her and say the reason she wasn't called is because she's not credible, and to make the case that, this really exonerates him and Prince Andrew. So that's what he used his airtime to do without them even disclosing. I mean, you shouldn't have this guy on anyway unless you're going to grill him about the sweetheart deal that he helped to get for Epstein. But at the very least, if you're going to have him on, you need to disclose his very personal entanglements with this case. They didn't do that. Fox News also had him on, which again, why? But at the very least, they did say, that he was involved and disclosed that his arrangements here. But why you would turn to Alan Dershowitz for any of this is so beyond comprehension. It is one of the most egregious things, and this is a high bar that I have ever seen on cable news.
And then you add on top of this, in terms of tying up loose ends, so to speak, well, right after the Maxwell verdict, the Department of Justice, let's put this up there, had decided to end the criminal case against the two Manhattan jail guards who admitted to falsifying records on the night that Epstein, quote unquote, killed himself on their watch. So these two gentlemen were both having the charges dismissed against them because, according to the government, they both complied with the 6-month deferred prosecution agreements that they had agreed to in May. And just remember, these two gents, the prison guards, have admitted to falsifying records, and according to them, were falling asleep and surfing the internet that night rather than checking on Epstein every 30 minutes. They're caught on video, at least according to the Department of Justice, of doing all of this. The records of the night that they were there and all of that have been falsified. They've admitted to falsifying them. And they are somehow now getting the charges dropped against them. Remember, at the time, Bill Barr was like, oh, this is an outrage. We're going to go after everybody in charge. He ordered a review of the Bureau of Prisons, the people, the guards. Everybody was like, no, it was the guards' fault. They were asleep. They were shirking their duty. They were surfing the web. They weren't doing anything. We're going to go after them. And then the day after the trial, it comes out and the feds are like, no, we're not going to prosecute them at all. So these guys aren't going to jail. They're off. They can do whatever they want now. And the actual trial itself did not reveal a lot about Epstein. This is it. I mean, this was the last chance, Crystal. Yeah. We had two chances in court. It was the Maxwell trial, and it was these guards, in order to at least learn about the quote-unquote suicide and the circumstances around that, and now it's just disappeared. So, 2 years later, they've done a very good job of covering up all their tracks. I don't know another way in order to describe it.
It really is remarkable that I mean, look, journalists are probably not really going to pursue this.
Oh, no.
Very uncomfortable.
I'd love to interview these gentlemen.
For them.
By the way, they have an open invitation to the show.
The court discovery process was one of the only mechanisms that we really had to learn more. And listen, I'm very glad to see Ghislaine Maxwell go away, probably, possibly for the rest of her life.
Yeah,
but
we'll see in terms of sentencing.
How many people were complicit? How many people were directly guilty? This is, I mean, we'll never know. That's basically what this looks like now. We will never know. A lot of sighs of relief out there around the world among the global elite who had any sort of involvement with Epstein. And to take it back to this thin to win strategy of the prosecutors against Maxwell, which they're hailing as a success because they did secure, guilty verdict. Right. This is not the way that the strategy always works. So with Harvey Weinstein, they point out in this New York Times article, for example, they brought a lot of accusers in, even ones who weren't directly implicated in the charges that were levied against him, to paint a portrait and a context of this is a repeated predator. This is someone who has been engaged in a pattern of repeated predatory behavior. Here, because they had this very, very narrow strategy and focus, we really learned very little, and we are likely to learn very little, period. End of story. Right. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching.
That's right. Just as a reminder, you can become a premium subscriber today. Watch the full show completely uncut, our reactions to each other's monologues. You get to listen to it. You get to ask us questions, all that good stuff. Link is right there in the description or at breakingpoints.com.
Best of all, great way to say screw you to the mainstream media.
Alright, I went to watch that Sinclair thing. It's Trudeau's fucking wife is the Sinclair family. And who is Sinclair? Oh, well. It just so happens.
Sight.
No thanks. That's disgusting. Rich people on Twitter are disgusting. Yep. That's a cut up cat. Okie dokie. That's something I can never unsee. This is reality. Most form. That's so weird. I feel worse about seeing a dead animal body than a dead human body. I'm totally feeling. Last time that was not good. So we needed to work that one out. Obviously now it's a better reaction, but yeah. Oh, perfect. You know, it's just like I do like her as a reporter, but she's totally solo. Like I just wish you weren't such a solo.
Censorship.
Stayed at home, looked out the window, watched some fireworks. It was pretty easy going. How about yourself?
Could you see the gun raid fireworks show from Calgary? Because I was a frequent flyer visitor to the local gas station up on the highway from my house. He's like, "Oh, Sheila, hi. Nice to see you again. More fireworks?" I'm like, yep. I am setting off fireworks with my kids. It was really cold. Yeah, there's I don't know if you can see it. My father-in-law and my daughter, it was like a minus 30 something. It doesn't even matter after minus 25. And we set off a couple $100 worth of fireworks over the course of 2 nights. So that was pretty fun. It was one of those days where you realize, if I do live in the city, I will wither and die like a neglected house plant. I just could not do the things that I love to do if I lived in a city.
Yes, I'm envious.
We'll get you out of the hellscape of Calgary one day, Adam. Just so that everybody knows what we're doing here. I'll get into that in a second, but we're trying something a little bit new. We're both on Zoom, which I think is leading to a little bit of a loss in quality, but bear with us. Because you're here for the news and the commentary and not so much our pretty faces. So this is the Rebel News daily live stream. It used to just be hosted on Friday by Ezra Levant. But then the pandemic struck. There was more news than ever, but your local media, they weren't really talking about changing restrictions as they go day by day. And the federal mainstream media, the national mainstream media, they sort of were all perched outside of Justin Trudeau's hidey hole at Rideau Cottage, waiting for him to emerge like some sort of COVID groundhog every day for his 15 minutes of press conference. And we thought, the news is happening moment by moment. And sometimes the best way to talk about it is sort of spontaneously as it happens. Every day we now sit down with our viewers and for me, another one of my Rebel News colleagues, and we just talk about the news as it happens. And it used to be a great way for people to support the work that we do completely willingly through something called a super chat on YouTube. But then Joe Biden got elected and big tech really didn't have to pretend anymore that it was a place of free speech, that it was the digital public square. And they censored conservatives left and right. Hard censorship by just canceling their channels altogether, and soft censorship by demonetizing them, starving them and cutting them off from their support, which is what they did to us. But, when people don't want me around, that's generally how you get more of me, or at least the same amount of me. And so we haven't abandoned our nearly 1.6 million YouTube subscribers. We still start our broadcast there, but we also simultaneously broadcast on other platforms that say that they don't care about your politics. And that's really what I want. I don't want a platform to be conservative. I don't care. I don't care about their politics, but I particularly don't want them to care about mine. So those other platforms are Rumble, Odyssey, and Super U. And all of those platforms give you the ability to support the work that we do in a few different ways. So Odyssey, you can leave us something called Hyper Chat. And you can do that through their library cryptocurrency or through regular old-fashioned fiat currency, which is the only one that I understand. And Rumble allows you to do a rant, and Super U allows you to tip us as a creator or talk back and forth through something called a Super U shout. So while we are currently broadcasting on YouTube, there will come a time in the show where we say, we're reaching the red zone of the things that YouTube allows us to talk about, because it's not just the demonetization censorship that they're doing. There are also certain things that you cannot talk about on YouTube. And one of those is basically anything to do with the pandemic. If you question the authority of your local public health officials, who are now not just the wealthiest bureaucrats in whatever jurisdiction in which they work, but they are also infallible. They're sort of like the Pope of public health these days. And if you talk poorly of them or question the decisions that they're making, even though their decisions change day by day, you are basically guilty of big tech heresy, and they will cancel you altogether. So we will talk about those things, and we will continue to talk about those things. We just won't be able to do it on YouTube. So when we leave YouTube, we hope you join us on one of those other platforms today. So, or just go there right now. Just leave, go there right now. That works for me too. So I think that's all the nuts and bolts out of the way. We do have some fun stuff to talk about, like this romantic New Year's engagement in New York City. And this is just, it drives me when I see this stuff. It irritates me more than it should. Anyway, why don't we roll it? And she said yes. She said yes. Oh my God.
9 months from now, cover your nose, cover your nose. The show, I am so down to host too. You know, maybe I'll get out of mine. Are you serious? It brought me so much joy. This feels like pure magic. Back over to you, Ryan. Oh, you beautiful.
magical moment.
That's so
Icky.
I don't know why it irritates me so much because it's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because I look at these people and I have great empathy for them because they are victims of a deeply damaged psyche thanks to TV fortified anxiety. Yeah. But imagine that this is the day that your beloved proposes to you. And you kiss them wearing a mask.
Like smushing your faces together. Like they're not going to go home and take off the masks and kiss.
I guarantee, just based on demographics, those people probably live together. They probably eat 3 square meals together, hold hands, share a bathroom, all those things. But their TV proposal was separated by 2 pieces of disposable cloth. I see it all the time. I see couples walking down the street, holding hands. No one's around them. They're outside. And they're both wearing masks. And sometimes I roll down the window, particularly when my daughter's driving, because I think it embarrasses her. And I'll just remind them, because I think that they don't know. I don't want to read in malice into this. I think that they've forgotten. And I just remind them, like, hey, you're wearing masks and you're holding hands, right? And sometimes they take them off, sometimes they don't. But I'm being the good Samaritan and reminding them, what you're doing isn't normal. It's not normal.
Sheila, thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you, Adam. We should move on a little bit to, because as David Menzies says, the show is a real packed sausage. Quebec returns to lockdowns and curfews, and you can't even walk your dog during this curfew. It sounds like they might be making an exemption for dogs being forced to do their business in the house.
Yeah, like what if you just shit on the floor?
But lockdowns and curfews are back in Quebec. They've had 1 arrest and 57 tickets issued over the first weekend of the curfew. And we have pulled a bit of a reverse AOC. Yeah, I'll get to our reverse AOC in a second. But 1 arrest, 57 tickets. Because walking outside with your dog now is an act of civil disobedience.
Yeah, it is.
What has happened here?
Well, and there's all the local factors about the times where you can and can't for safety because...
And you've been walking the same block.
Yeah.
Every day.
I know. I want to say because we're still on YouTube, but it's funny how these things, I follow the science and apparently things change after a certain time of day. And again, I'm not sure if they've made, and I'll ask our friend Yankee, who might be popping on with us. So if you're around, please stay tuned. I want to ask Yankee if they're making exemptions for religious Jews, particularly in the Outremont neighborhood, because we had so many Fight the Fines tickets coming from religious Jews who could not abide the lockdown on a Friday night. They had to go to synagogue, and they would be stopped by police who would just stage themselves in largely Orthodox Jewish neighborhoods and just start ticketing people on their way to church outside. And I'm curious if some of those restrictions were changed around that, but I highly doubt it since they forgot that people also need to walk their dogs.
No, they don't.
And this is footage that is going around the world. This is often footage we'll see these massive protests or these events or these lockdowns in South America or Europe somewhere, and people are like, wow, this is absolutely unbelievable. Or even Australia has been pretty egregious. And we're like, thank God that isn't happening here. Well, it is. Mm-hmm. That footage, that military-style vehicles rolling through the streets, big paddy wagons, that's here in our own backyard. And something like 25% of the population of Canada is now living in those lockdown type restrictions. Very often, as you said, religious communities not being able to do what they have to do per their religious obligations based on these restrictions. Extremely troubling. Yankee, as we know, has been covering the beat. I think he's going to be joining us, as we said, any minute for an update. Yeah, Yankee's going to be joining us just momentarily here. He's going to add into the call and give us an update from the streets. He's been our lockdown on the streets reporter covering this, no lack of interactions with police officers and
freedom fighters who are out there breaking the curfew. So he's the man to give us an update on the job.
Guess what?
Yeah, freedom fighters
in the
breaking
car.
the curfew is apparently religious Jews walking their dog these days. Hi, Yankee. I was just saying that we did a little bit of a reverse AOC, whereas she left a lockdown jurisdiction to join the freedom of Florida, live free and enjoy a maskless meal. Sitting down in a restaurant, and you're the reverse AOC. You're leaving the freedom of Florida to go to the frozen totalitarian hellscape of Lagos, Quebec, so that you can report. So that you can report on the civil liberties infractions. You were out last night. Tell us what you saw.
Well, yeah, I left Florida. It was beautiful weather over there. What I saw last night, though, was not so beautiful. It was very cold. I'll be honest, I didn't see much. We got like a tip from someone that there will be a big protest. So we went, me, Alexa, and her cameraman. And there were like 5 people protesting. And as soon as the cops showed up, they left. That's all that I saw. But yesterday during the day, all the stores are supposed to be closed. Oh, what happened there? Like yesterday during the day, all stores were supposed to be closed. That is some of my cell phone footage. That is not the best, but Alexa has better footage. There was better footage. I was doing other things while filming. All stores were except essentials, which does not include groceries, were supposed to be closed yesterday. Some did defy, but most stores were closed yesterday. Only like pharmacies were allowed to be open. And I went to stores, pulled doors. They were all locked, or most of them. And yeah, this is footage of the cop showing up. And we actually went to speak with the cop. He told us to go home. We said, we're staying, we're reporting. He said, we're telling you kindly to leave. I'm like, I'm not protesting. I'm just here to report. But as soon as everyone else left, journalistically, there was no reason for us to stay. So we left. We circled around all of Montreal. We didn't find much resistance. Everyone is just home, I guess. Everyone decides to just stay home and follow the rules. I came back hoping that I'll see some resistance here or see something. Or maybe the people are just going out and living their life and the police aren't enforcing it. Only time will tell if maybe that is actually the case.
It must be.
So far, I don't know.
How did this compare to like the first few nights of past lockdowns? Were those typically more people on the streets, or was it similar and then over time it ramped up?
So last time it started on January 8th, if I remember correctly. I wasn't out until the 13th, until I decided that, hey, I actually need to go out. Yeah. I was in for the first few nights. It was bad the first few nights then, but also when they moved back the curfew last time from 9:30 to 8, there was a big riot. David Menzies and Mocha covered that in downtown. There was a protest, I believe, Saturday night, and AD can pull that up. I think 57 people were ticketed at that protest, so that's probably like everyone that was at the protest. So 57 people out of a province of 8.5 million people, 57 people only see a problem with it. I don't know. The way is civil disobedience. I think if everyone goes out, I think that they won't be able to ticket everyone, and I don't think everyone needs to go protest. I just continue living your life. Ignoring what the government says is the way out of this. Not like protesting, sure, like go protest, but it's just continuing living your life. I see some stores, they don't have big signs, we're open. They don't have big signs, we defy masks. They just don't care. They just, you do whatever you want. If you come and wear a mask, if you don't wear a mask, they don't care. They're open. I saw some stores open yesterday that were not supposed to be open. They were open, and they don't care. They're just staying open. They're not going to put a big sign. They're just going to continue living life, and I think that's what people need to do, continue living life. Eventually, the government will give up because they won't be able to enforce it.
Well, isn't it sad that just living your life is now protest? Like Sheila said, just religious people going about their normal business.
people not going out of their way to intentionally protest, but people just trying to live their lives are now considered freedom fighters and rebels.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of people just want to live their lives. I'm not sure what night this is. I definitely was not there. It was last night, but I think this is Saturday night, or maybe it wasn't New Year's. New Year's there was no protests. At least of what I know. I personally was in Florida enjoying my last 2 nights of freedom over there.
Now,
that sounds nice.
That sounds nice.
yeah, Yankee. The lack of resistance makes me sad. You've only been back a couple of days, maybe even a day. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that there's such a lack of resistance to this? Are people broken in Quebec? What's going on there?
I think a lot of people are broken. A lot of people just gave up, and I think a lot of people live in their bubble. They actually believe what they're being told by the government, and they just follow the rules because they think that will get them out of COVID, right? Out of the restrictions, as you know, just get vaccinated and you'll be fine. You'll be open forever if you just get vaccinated. Just get the booster and you'll be fine.
Now you're in your
and people believe that. I think, especially in Quebec, people are just buying what the government are saying on a different level than everywhere else. I don't know everywhere, but a lot of other places at least.
You know, I'm just going to put the word out to people who are watching. If you have a question for Yankee, please send it to us in a chat, in a hyper chat, in a rumble rant, in a super you shout. If you've got a question for our friend Yankee that you want to know about the streets of Montreal, or rather, what it's like living in the free state of Big Ron's freedom utopia, let us know, because Yankee has lived both ways and reported both ways. So I think he's got a very interesting perspective on everything. He left Montreal and now he's a pickup truck driving Floridian. It's really something to see the evolution of Yankee Pollock.
Let's be honest, he was always a pickup driving Floridian. He just relocated.
It was in his heart. Now it's on the outside. It's on the outside of his body.
Yeah. I'm actually wearing the perfect shirt for coming back to Quebec. I don't know if you can see it.
Yep.
Hey, the comment on the shirt. Rebel News. RebelNewsStore.com.
Yeah, yep. I believe it says thank you for the free trial of communism, but I would like a refund. I think something like that.
Yeah, like to cancel.
Well, I'd like to cancel it.
Yeah. Except you didn't cancel. You came back for more.
I didn't want to come back, but I received hundreds of, I shouldn't say hundreds. I received lots of messages from people begging me to come back, especially my mom. She was like, now you have a reason to come back. But she might be watching.
Probably not.
But yeah, a lot of people message me. They're like, "We need you back. You were out there. You were telling people, showing people what's going on. Please come back. Please come back." I'm like, "Why haven't you moved yet?"
Oh God!
I just believe everyone should move away. At this point, if you're not willing to fight, just move. I don't know. Like, I think it's a lost cause here. I don't know. Yep. Shouldn't be saying that. There's a lot of good people out there fighting, but not enough, I guess.
Now, I wanted to ask you, Yankee, where are you headed next? So, are you headed back to some of the more Jewish neighborhoods to see how they're treated in the evenings? I guess particularly Friday night would be of interest, given that that's when everybody goes to synagogue.
So there's another issue right now that no houses of worship are allowed to be even open. So that's a daily issue. Right. So far it's been quiet. I'm keeping my eyes open. I tend to not go to places where the police doesn't bother. It's simply because I don't want to shine a light on people living their lives because I don't believe it's newsworthy. Sure. If I see the corporate media or the police starting to harass people for living their life, I'll be there wherever it is.
Otherwise, I don't.
I keep an eye out everywhere. I keep the B-roll that's showing these two people that were walking home from class, and they got ticketed that night for just studying, and the cops would not. And they had curfew exemption, as the cops would not honor it.
Yeah, they usually don't because they want you to show up for court.
And we emailed SPVM about it. They wouldn't answer, as usual. So yeah, like we'll keep an eye.
Honestly,
I actually, right before I went live, there were cops going somewhere of interest to me, but they didn't. Like one of the stores that I've been following that does not enforce masks, but they just went in, nothing happened. But they're out there every day trying to harass people. They're just doing their job, quote unquote. But I see it as harassment. It's like they're not following their oath. They're not following the Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
Have there been any police officers like Constable Brian Dennison who have publicly spoken out, decried this, done anything like that, or are they all pretty much rank and file?
I haven't seen. There was in the beginning of COVID, there was one cop I remember, and give me a second here.
He got in so much shit though.
Okay, bye, Yankee. We're live.
No, I'm back. Someone just ended. I wanted to make sure that they don't talk. But yeah, so one cop, I believe it was a Laval police officer, and I think his store was vandalized after he came out against COVID, but that was like a year and a half ago,
It's fucking retarded.
Other than that, I haven't spoken to any cops really since I came back, only one, and he told me to go home and warned me that he didn't say I'll give you a ticket, he just said you have been warned, you need to go home. And I said, no, it's not happening, not tonight. And the last time they were all just too happy to just do their job, quote unquote. They were like, we're just doing our job. Some of them were like, we're not any happier than you that we have to do it.
I believe that.
Just did it. So I don't think that has changed. A lot of police officers, I think about 500 of them are out sick right now because of COVID. They got COVID, and I believe they have mandatory vaccinations in the Montreal Police, so don't ask me how. But so maybe they're just low staffed or they're focused downtown a lot. I haven't seen a lot of police enforcement the last few days.
No, because everyone's fucking compliant. We know they don't want to fucking.
I'm glad you reminded me that Quebec has closed all places of worship to in-person worship, which is absolutely outrageous. I don't even think China has done that. They just rewrite the Bible for you and tell you just read from this version. But
Canada should be put on some religious freedoms list, which we don't have here. Alberta, pastors.
Yeah. Well, I know Senator Josh Hawley advocated for Canada to be put on that religious freedom watch list. And I can't see why we shouldn't be, given the treatment of the religious community here. Could you do me a favor, though, Yankee? A personal favor, but also as, the managing editor. If you wouldn't mind taking a cruise past one of the cathedrals, one of the Catholic cathedrals there, because I did see some images on Twitter. Andrew, you might be able to pull this up on my Twitter.
Yeah, I saw them praying outside.
They are holding mass outside in the snow because they refuse to stop saying mass. Now, that's not just a Sunday thing for us Catholics. We hold mass once, twice, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, depending on the size of your parish. So if you wouldn't mind just taking a wander past one of the Catholic churches or the bigger ones like the cathedral to let me know if they're continuing to do that, or is it just a Sunday thing?
I will. I honestly don't know much about mass and stuff like that.
Yeah,
is it every day? Is it a certain time of the day? What time is it?
Every day, all day, always.
It's true. Pretty much.
I will check out. I will go out and try to see if I could see any mass taking it out on the streets, because it's cold. It's really cold. It's it's minus 15 today. Let me see.
Oh, I hope you survive.
I don't know. I was eating 2 a.m. Saturday night an ice cream outside, and it was plus 25. Okay, That's
now,
what
now
I
if
used to
you go for a
instead.
drive outside, you'll get ice cream in your face.
Yep. Basically.
It tastes like snow, but you can tell yourself it's ice cream.
We've got one chat here for Yankee, which I think is great. Katrina Panova gives us $10 and says, "Thanks for coming back to Canada from sunny Florida to tell us the other side of the story, Yankee. Canada missed you." Yes, we did. I think the streets of Montreal missed you. And yeah, it's a
'Cause we don't
big
have one
sacrifice
person
because
with a
not
fucking
only are you
spine that lives there,
sacrificing
apparently.
great weather, but you're also sacrificing normalcy to go back to tyrannical Montreal. So
I think
thank
we need
you.
to call Mr. DeSantis and make sure they don't let Yankee back. We need him in Canada. So I'll
Yeah.
get on that right after the live stream.
We're calling Big
That guy's
Ron.
great, honestly.
Big Ron. I still need to get an interview with that guy, but one day. Thanks for the super chat. But yeah, someone had to do it. I got asked to come back. I called Ezra, and Ezra said, he's buying me a ticket and getting me right back there.
Cool.
Yeah, you really did take one for the team. Thank you so much,
You're the
Yankee.
man for the job, no doubt. You've killed this lockdown reporting. You're out there every night. The cops know you by name, even if that name is maybe as Judith, as they call you. But we're happy to have you on the streets. Thanks so much for doing this, and thanks for breaking the code for us.
Okay.
Adam, do you have any more questions for Yankee before we let him go?
No, I think we'll be out there covering this stuff.
Get out there. Check. Mass times are always posted on the church website.
I'll have a
So
look.
check the.
Alexa's
Thank you.
also in town, so maybe I know she's doing a secret report somewhere.
Woo!
That you might want
Yes.
to know. So check out lockdownreports.com. Make a donation. Help us out over there because Alexa's doing a lot of work. I'm here. What's that?
Yeah, that's true. Alexa's working on some very interesting secret reports, and you can follow all of their reports at lockdownreports.com, I think it is.
Yeah, lockdownreports.com. We haven't updated yet. That's Australia stuff for now, but it's gonna come. I did a video yesterday. Alexa did a video last night with me, and there's gonna be a video tonight, a video from Alexa today. So there's a lot of videos coming out that way.
Everything you want to know about how horrible Quebec is, you guys are going to be reporting on it.
Do consider going to that website and shipping it. And unlike lots of the mainstream media outlets do get millions of your tax dollars, whether you want to or not, we incur these costs for Yankee coming up here and doing these. So if you can help out, get Yankee out there, cover the other side of the story, unlike anyone else. Yankee, you're a popular guy. I'm hearing that we have another chat for Yankee coming to right now. So we'll get it on the screen before we let you go, I guess.
Yeah, it's from Becca Henderson. She asks, Yank the Tank. She gives us $1 and says, "What's the difference between the citizens of Florida and the people of Quebec?"
Knock joke or something.
I don't know. People in Florida just like to, people in Florida are very relaxed. It's too hot there to be. Well, I was gonna say it's too hot there to be very active and stuff. People are very chilled and relaxed, but they also like freedom and they don't like being told what to do. People in Quebec, I don't know. They just take it from the government. I don't know. They believe in what they say, and I don't want to. I know we're still on YouTube, so I don't want to go into details. They just follow. Let's say they follow the science, and I'll leave it at that. They just, I don't know.
I think I'm a Floridian. I might be a
That's a good
Floridian.
saying for you.
I would like it in Florida, being able to walk around with, armed and with a firearm, going to the grocery, like you said last time.
Going to the
Or
grocery
take a
store with a
selfie
pistol
the
on my
cop
hip.
while carrying. Right?
Alberta's kind of supposed to be Canada's Florida, but someone has kiboshed that. We had that opportunity. It was there. With adequate global warming, we could have had the warmth too, but fortunately, that's not shaking out either. It's minus 40 out here, so
I think it's global cooling.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
Yankee. Yanks,
Really
thanks so
it.
much. We'll talk soon. Thank you.
I think before we drop off YouTube here and say goodbye to everyone, I think 80's got footage here. You weren't the only one setting off fireworks. There were global protests. I guess lots of nations canceled or made fireworks demonstrations illegal for fear of whatever might be out there. But
the citizens of various countries. Freedom fighters generally like to blow things up. So I think AD has got some footage. I know Sheila certainly likes to. So people all over the world were setting off fireworks. Shockingly, when it isn't the government involved and the people just do it by and for themselves, the show is all that much better. So there's footage from places all over the world where fireworks were banned, often for the second year in a row, as you're seeing here. And look what the city did. Look how they responded. We're looking at Naples, Italy. Look at that show. Unbelievable. The whole sky is lit up. When there's fears out there or concerns about the spirit of freedom,
that's hilarious.
People are standing up. That display of fireworks lets you know that at the very least, the silent majority, there is a bit of a powder keg there. And given the opportunity to set off some fireworks, they certainly will.
Those, my friends, were not gas station fireworks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Those were great.
Yeah, those were good.
Competitions.
Like,
no,
made by Italian grandpa type fireworks.
We should talk about the just announced Ontario lockdown, and we're just going to talk about it without a lot of commentary about how unscientific and bunk it is. We're just going to talk about the just brand new announced Ontario lockdown, which just came down about an hour ago. Ontario is returning to step 2 of reopening plan Wednesday, which means the reclosing plan. We've gone to remote learning for students. I'm reading this from Toronto CTV News, so I think a different place than what Andrew brought it up at. Because I didn't have a link, so I just found my own. Anyways, Ontario announced sweeping new restrictions that will see schools closed to in-person learning until at least January 17th. So, friends, we're back to another 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Did you realize that we're on year 3? 2 weeks to flatten the curve, by the way. Anyways, a ban on indoor dining. Gyms are shuttered and capacity limits are put in place for retail as COVID-19 cases soar in the province. The new restrictions, which also include slashing gathering limits to 5 people indoors and to 10 people outdoors, come into place January 5th and will be in place for 21 days. Oh, so 3 weeks of 2 weeks of 3 months or 3 years to flatten the curve. That's neat.
Oh, 3 weeks is now 2 weeks, Sheila. They didn't even get the
3 weeks is the new 2 weeks, like how 40 is the new 30. Okay, great.
Gotta make it sexy again.
Retail settings, including shopping malls, also have capacity limits slashed by 50%.
Word for word.
Dining at restaurants, bars, and other food establishments must close. Takeout, drive-through, and delivery is still allowed. So, and I say this without comment, all the inside people have just suddenly become outside people. And by inside people, I mean vaccinated. Those who get to do things indoors, you're all outside people now too.
Like,
welcome.
You guys are capable of
fucking personal care services must reduce to 50% capacity. So our feminist liberal friends will obviously keep their mouths shut as this largely female industry is leveled one more time. Indoor concert venues, theaters, and cinemas must close during this period. What about hockey games? Anyway, while school will be closed for in-person learning, buildings will be allowed to remain open for childcare operations and to provide instruction for students with special education needs who are unable to learn at home. I appreciate that, but a lot of kids can't learn at home, not just kids with special needs. During this period of remote learning, free emergency childcare will be provided for school-age children of healthcare and other eligible frontline workers. What about all the other moms and dads who are struggling to find childcare just at the drop of a hat, 2 days worth of notice? The government also said businesses and organizations are required to ensure employees work remotely unless the nature of their work requires them to be on site. Indoor meeting and event spaces must close, and public libraries
maybe it's not all in my
to
fucking
50%
head.
capacity. Museums, galleries, zoos, and science centers must close.
Cannabis trends.
I mean,
right.
just throw science centers in the garbage. I mean, we did that. We did that 3 years ago or 2 years ago already. Now I'm quoting directly, so I'm not making any. I'm not making any judgments. I'm just quoting directly here. No, I wouldn't. You couldn't tell by the tone of my voice or anything. But as of January 5th, the government said hospitals will be instructed to pause all non-emergent and non-urgent surgeries and procedures to protect hospital capacity. The evidence tells us that about 1% of people who get Omicron will end up in the hospital. I'm curious, how does this compare to 1% of the common cold or whatever? I'm just curious. I'm just wondering what does the data show? Doug Ford said.
Wait. There are some new laws coming in 2022 with 2021 behind us. From CTV. Regulations are set to take effect this year. Some of the changes include minimum wage hikes, plastic bag bans, and soft drink tax. Okay, and federally and provincially. Nationwide ban on conversion therapy. You know what sucks? That we have to make a rule against this? That I fucking genuinely thought that should have been a given, because that's child abuse. You are telling your kid that they do not feel the way that they feel, that's child abuse. You feel how you feel, and nobody can tell you you do not feel that way. Or it's like you're making yourself feel that way. That's the stupidest fucking shit. I fucking hate that. Like, yeah, you're making yourself fucking feel that way. Wait, what? Will not come into force until January 7th. Why didn't you just do it now? But will not come until full force. What does that mean? A month, it will be illegal to subject someone of any age, consenting or not, to so-called conversion therapy. You guys are fucking insane. Like, I just don't understand what people's obsession with other people's genitals are. Like, they're not yours, so why do you care? Unless, like, they're fucking whipping them out and shoving them in your face. Like, well, it's basically that's what they're doing. Like, fuck off. Come on. If we all have to stomach your fucking bullshit, like, made up make-believe religions, and shut the fuck up. Like, House of Commons unanimously agrees. Yeah, I know. They've been talking about it forever because it's the only thing they've ever agreed on ever. And even then, I'm assuming there's still parts of it they disagree. Fed's table broadened bill to ban conversion. You said that. New data suggests conversion. Oh my god. The first out lesbian federal cabinet minister. I want to leave a mark. Meet NDP Blake Desjardins, Canada's first openly two-spirit MP. What? Trudeau vows conversion therapy bill his government failed to pass will be priority if reelected. $5 years in prison to cause another person to undergo conversion therapy, and if someone is found guilty, to be prompting, advertising, profiting from providing the practice, they could face up to 2 years. What happened to 5? So 2 to 5 years? Is that what we're saying? After the federal government tabled Bill C4, whichever the fuck doesn't really matter anymore, On November 29th, MPs unanimously agreed to swiftly pass the bill through all legislative stages in the House of Commons without changes. Glad we got this out of the way. Like, I'm fucking glad we had to specify specifically and to not fucking... Oh my god. Well, with little debate and no committee study. Fantastic. We just move along. Congratulations. Good job. The government did something that was their job description for the first time in 20 years. Yay! Let's talk about it for another 6 months. And how great they are. Is that what we're at now? LGBTQ2S+? Are you serious? Nobody calls it that. I'm telling you right now. Like, it's LGBTQ, maybe, I guess. Like, I think it's still just LGBT. Like, we all know what we're talking about. We don't have to fucking... You know what? Some people don't deserve inclusion. Some people are just too much of self-obsessed, just self-absorbed pieces of shit that they get away with it for much too long in their lives by everybody. They just let them be shit people. And then we all have to fucking go along with this shit? No. I'm finding myself. Shut the fuck up. Go find yourself on an island somewhere then. Who have been... Like, see, that's the other thing. If you feel a certain way about something, usually you don't have to scream it to the entire world and then, like, fucking mash it down people's throats so they understand. Then I'm like, what? I feel like this is not genuine, or, like, it's just fucking bullshit. Who have been pushing for years to see these new protections against harmful practices enhanced after unsuccessful past attempts. Bill passing C4, because you guys want to pass other fucking things in that bill. Unanimously support received, blah, 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 blah. This is a waste of my life. New law will make convergence, blah, blah, blah. Convergence therapy, a practice that seeks to change someone's sexual orientation to heterosexual or their gender identity to cisgender, punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Reasonable. Anyone found to be prompting, advertising, profiting from providing the practice could face up to 2 years in prison. Ban on single-use plastics. See, like... Oh, you're cute. I'll feed you then. I'm all down for, like, the banning of fucking plastic. Usually there's, like, some kind of silo that's pumping out, like, plumes of smoke in my vicinity. Because, like... But yeah, no. I'm so people can stop ordering my toilet paper off Amazon. Like, I don't. I'm like, nope. I don't understand what my plastic forks have to do with other things. So. After the turtle with the straw in his fucking nose, that was fucking sad. Was promised by the end of 2021, but in November, the government announced the ban would be delayed sometime 2022. The ban includes 6 single-use plastic items, including checker bags, cutlery, straws. Whatever, I'll just use my fucking hands, that's fine. Mm-hmm. No, actually, like, there was, like, 3 weeks in a row where, like, every time I went outside, I'd walk somewhere, and I would see those fucking Pepsi things. But it's always fucking from Pepsi ones, obviously. The rings, plastic rings, and I had to go grab them, cut them up. And people are like, that really doesn't help anything, right? I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, fine. I don't give a shit. I'm stupid. Everybody laughs at me who's fucking taking out garbage. Because they Nan's doing something. I want to eat. And I don't care. Like, I really don't. Why do you not work? Because I'm a freeloader. Ugh. I think you're reputation. I don't know why. Fucking carries shit. Fucking dumbass. How is this possible? I don't. I'm gonna kill him. I bet all my fucking lighters are on the fucking fuse desk right now. That's dangerous. Okay. What other laws am I fucking now not allowed to do? Because I need to know what fucking commercial companies are doing. End to fossil fuel financing? The federal government announced that COP26, appropriately named, I'm assuming, this year it would stop new direct public finance for coal, oil, gas development by the end of 2022. And I feel like this is a fucking letter just to let go. Saying, yeah, remember I was supposed to scratch your back because you scratched mine? I don't know if I can follow through, bro. And that's why Legault's doing this. Fucking having a temper tantrum. This is what that is. This is Legault having a temper tantrum. The United States, United Kingdom, and 21 other nations also joined the pledge. Changes to carbon tax refunds. Okay, but that last part, joined the pledge. What does that mean? Can't wait to hear the loophole for this. But it's like a fucking... I feel like I'm being nominated for fucking award ceremony things. Because who actually gives a shit about fucking people who already have too much fucking shit getting more shit and getting awards and applause for it? Like, I just don't give a shit. Good job. You have added nothing to the rest of the human race. Great. Canada joined the pledge to end public fossils. What is that? Is that you? Oh, good. Okay. As long as it's not my dog. And public fossil fuel finance shift resources to renewables. Follow the money. Canada has joined the United States, United Kingdom, and other countries in a historic deal to stop a new direct public finance for coal, oil, and gas development. And shift investments to renewable energy. It's a big deal. Quote unquote. Said Federal Natural Resource Minister. This is a big ass fucking title. Jonathan Winkinson from Glasgow. That's where I'm from! Glasgow, Scotland. Apparently it's terrible. And it's a signal that many countries in this world are making good use of resources to finance further exploration and development for fossil fuels. End of coal. COP26. I don't know what the fuck this is. Summit. A bunch of fucking rich politicians that meet in secrecy. Deal take aim at dirtiest fossil fuel. Globe bounces back in nearly 2019 carbon pollution levels. Okay, that doesn't sound great. It's like 3 years ago. Trudeau takes carbon pricing debate to a global stage. There's some things you can take to the global stage that I'm maybe would like you to inquire about. I don't know, paying for that fucking rich fucking American dude to go to space or pretend like he was going in a space cock ship. There's one. Oh, Trudeau's multiple vacations every year. Legault's $4 million house that's just like a little bit too big for him and his wife. Like, so they're planning on downsizing. When was the last time Trudeau traveled through Montreal? And anyway, that's what I would like to know. I would like to see how he deals with traffic. Oh, it's your birthday too. Holy shit. Goddamn. Sign up for the Climate Barometer. Delivering climate and environmental news to your inbox every week. No fucking thanks. Don't click on the fucking link. Jesus Christ. Would you also like to help sell this little Malaysian child into sexual slavery? It shows that Canada recognizes the harmful social and economic impacts of fossil fuels. And the urgent need to end global production and use, said Alan Andrews from EcoJustice, an environmental law firm. But industry groups responded wearily. We believe responsible energy producers such as Canada should be playing a larger role in meeting global energy demand, said Jay Averill, the Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers. Few details were immediately available about the deal. So, like, once again, this whole thing about, like, really long sets of information with no additional information, just rewording the same phrases over and over and over, and then saying, don't worry, something's coming up. Just keep an eye out, look out for the next update. It's coming. Like, you guys say so much without any information. Commits signatories to stop using loans, loan guarantees, grants, share purchases, and insurance coverage from any government or government agency to finance an international fossil fuel developments. Oil Change International, a group that monitors fossil fuel financing, says see, I feel like that's another thing. People who actually fucking read this shit, like, I'm almost basically illiterate, so it's like watching somebody read with their fucking finger, which I have to do because my eyes never had an eye test. I had a leather, so it was covered. Still haven't had an eye test. What's the point if you can't afford fucking glasses? I don't have $500 for fucking Hugo Boss frames. Sorry. An average of about holy shit. In Oil Change International, a group that monitors fossil fuel financing, says about an average of about $78 billion a year flows to such projects. It estimates. We just wanted to let you know where all that money went. Because up until now, you guys have been like, oh yeah, there's a shit ton of money that's not accounted for. We have no idea where it went, and we're working on it. Thursday's deal could affect about 22 billion of that.
Scissors.
Probably somewhere in the kitchen. I just don't understand. First of all, we're talking about billions. We used to be like, oh my god, millions, but like this is ridiculous. Everyone should get one functioning car. One home to live in. Fucking, you get a cap on your children. Nobody pays for them other than you. These are like, I thought these were givens. But Canada, in the issue is it's complicated. You just wouldn't understand. By the fact that Export Development Canada, through which most of that financing flows, is involved with both international and domestic deals, like CAD that sells to fucking Japanese companies and then they disappear. Wilkinson said the new agreement will affect about $1 billion in financing from the agency, roughly what was committed to such projects last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. Because that's why the G7 was obviously made, right? It's for climate control. Fucking so stupid. The money could now be used for renewable energy projects. I feel like we've done this before. It certainly opens up that potential. This is the dumbest shit. Just run. Aw, thanks!
Very welcome. Made you a sandwich and gave it a desk. See how awesome that is.
Oh, God.
Didn't touch you. Good baby.
Thank you. I should probably go to the hospital. Ugh. I think my fingers kind of going grayish. Oh well. Oh, I have to pee. Alright, let's just keep reading this while we go pee. I know, we always put fucking Cameron, it's gonna kill you.
What?
Fucking get shared in the fucking Houston company.
Okay.
No human being should go through this thing. They might have a fucking air problem. You need to make it.
Nope.
Oh. So, Lindsay, what are you girls doing? Okay. Governments keep funding projects in which carbon emissions are abated, quote unquote, or that are consistent with reduction targets. Canada is still free to finance development such as what? Okay. I thought there was like a lot less in there.
There's a lot in there.
There is a lot. It's only supposed to be like 200 hits. I'm doing BTs. I'm out of BTs. Damn it.
Guess hopefully Chico's is open.
Why don't you just call? See if they're open.
You call.
I have nothing better to do.
That's what I thought.
Or you can go there. I don't give a shit. Oh shit.
Go there anyways.
I need to make you a cake.
Yeah, I made you a sandwich. I didn't even eat the sandwich.
You want to take this one with you?
No.
I swear to God, if you're going out to get fast food,
What?
I swear to God, if you go out and you pick up fast food for yourself, I'll find out. I'll know.
Yeah, you'll find out, right?
I swear to God, if you use the fucking Tim Hortons gift card and go eat fucking Tim Hortons, I swear to God, Cameron, you fucking bitch. You're trying to get credit for making me a sandwich with not even lettuce in it.
You want lettuce in it?
Not anymore. Now that I know that you're going to Tim Hortons, you fucking dick. And you know with a gift card it's untraceable.
It's funny because like you had all this play out in your head way before.
So mean to me.
Wow.
No love. Try to get fucking credit and fucking what a good boyfriend. And then you go and fucking get yourself fucking fast food and dispose of the evidence.
Fuck yeah, keep you skinny, bitch.
Mama taught me well. Nobody looks fatty.
Hey, you think if I went to Tim Hortons I would get you something too? God.
Okay.
Literally going to Chico's and then going to pick up some Caesars. So, yeah.
How long does it take for those little pieces to come in?
What little pieces?
Your game thing.
Couple days.
Okay.
Why? I know it says like 20.
So I mean, like, but is there like a...
I got mine to those 2 pieces within like, I think 4 days or 5 days.
Is there nowhere cheaper you can get these?
Huh?
Is there a site that's cheaper that you can get these? Is it because like you're getting them from Warhammer? Like,
No, that's just what the prices are really. I mean, you could go to the stores, the walk-in stores themselves.
I don't like going in there. They smell.
That's the only time you'll find like actually sale prices. But I just threw things on there.
Okay, but there's no like knockoff ones that like if I buy you from like a different
I
site.
don't want you going to the dollar store just picking me up a T-Rex and be like, here you go. Okay? If you're gonna do that, don't bother. Alright?
How did you know?
Because I'm not doing that.
You can assemble it yourself, though.
You know, thanks for trying, but
I'm kidding, Cameron. Okay, I got it. You're no help.
Okay.
And your friends are also no help. Thanks, Shay. You told me Cameron's favorite color. Okay. So reduction targets. Canada is still free to finance development such as carbon capture, Wilkinson said. This does not affect financing to support clean technology investments that are about reducing... Okay. This does not affect financing to support clean technology investments that are about... That's fine. But that's not what I think people would be concerned about. Bye! The government still has to figure out how the deal will specifically apply in Canada. There are also clauses that will allow fossil finance in limited circumstances. Details that need to be worked out. I would like to know about the immediate laws that you guys are changing that I might need to know about so I don't go to jail. British Columbia milk container refund. That's neat. That's cool. The province estimates program will help it recycle more 40 million. They should do it for peanut butter too. I never know what to do with my fucking peanut butter. Because it's fucking oily as shit and I can never fucking like I'm not clean that nonsense. That'd be cool. Like a little box that you'd like hook up to your sink. That like fucking pressure washes like fucking super nasty shit. And it, like dumps it into like a bottom compartment or some shit. That has like bags. But then you have to, I guess you have to inside this gross. I guess that was supposed to be compost, right? Paid sick leave. Beginning on January 1st, part-time and full-time employees in British Columbia are entitled to 5 days of paid sick leave. Alberta. Daycare prices to drop. Great. Saskatchewan. Mandatory smoke detectors. Pretty sure that was supposed to be a thing already. Because I thought we just wanted all the smokers to die, though. Manitoba. Changes to investigations of human rights complaints. On beginning January 1st, Manitoba is implementing change to the Manitoba Human Rights Commission to allow the department to respond to human rights complaints sooner. The changes will allow the commissioner's executive director to dismiss complaints and to decline an investigation into some complaints, as well as setting time limits. Wow. On hearings and decisions. What? Commissioners? Executive director. Who the fuck would that be? We got a lot of tabs going here. What is this? I don't want my voice. Okay, you know what? Fine, I'll type it out. I don't give a shit. You're fucking listening to my fucking computer when I don't know. I'm not giving you permission, like, to do that. So, commissions. Executive director. Like, word for word, I want to understand what that means. Office of the Executive Director is responsible for the admission and management of the commission. You guys like to make stuff on the good loop-de-loop. Okay. Order designating the Executive Director of the Public Appointments Commission. No. Okay. First of all, and I don't want there to be a space because that will change my search results. Means the group of full-time general managers and the executive directors of the member states. And the chief executive office of the VA means the duly appointed directors of the commission. I mean, appointed as the director directly. Oh my god. Okay. So you're the one who tells everybody in government to do what to do. Isn't that Krista Freeland? Okay, so Of what? Manitoba? Stephanie Lauren. The Manitoba Human Rights Commission is made up of 17 staff reporting to an executive director. Executive director reports to the Board of Commissioners. Okay. That I can comprehend. Changes allow the commissioner's executive director, so Stephanie, to dismiss complaints, to decline an investigation into some complaints, as well as setting time limits on hearings and decisions. Under the current system, it can take up to 6 years for a human rights complaint to be resolved. So this is our solution? Ontario's minimum wage increase. Rent hikes are back. Fantastic. Ontario's rent freeze. A measure meant to help residents during the time of pandemic. Also slated to end on January 1st. Well, convenient. The provincial government has set an increase guideline of 1.2% for 2022. How is that possible? Ease at the pumps while gas prices reach all-time highs in the province. Oh, God. Ontario Premier Doug Ford has promised a cut to the gas tax of up to 6 cents per liter, delivered by March 31st. Quebec, here we go. Changes to the Quebec curriculum. Holy shit, oh my God, is this progression? School year's classrooms beginning in the 2022 school year, classrooms in Quebec will begin teaching culture and citizenship in Quebec. All we learn is Quebec history anyway. What? Instead of the ethics and religious cultures programs. That's what I was taught. The ERC programs. It's the only fucking thing that I was allowed to learn about the Muslim culture. My teacher was a Jew. I literally had a girl in my fucking graduating class who said to my Jewish teacher she thought the Holocaust was a Jewish holiday. That's how much we don't know. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I just couldn't understand why the fucking Native people hated me. And, like, holy shit. Like, I don't know. Maybe because we continue to obliterate them. Like, and then we fucking slap them in the face because they have to stomach this shit sitting next to us. Like, the new program focuses on 3 main aspects: culture, citizenship in Quebec, and dialogue and critical thinking. Oh, the program will be under a pilot program in 2022 because they love turning us into lab rats. That's why I didn't do grade 7 or 8 or 9. They just fucking let me go because I couldn't mentally understanding the fact that I failed at something. So stupid. Get ready for life, bruh. Fucking as soon as you get out of fucking high school, you're gonna have a lot of people telling you that you're a fucking idiot. Like, the program will be under a pilot program before being taught in the province-wide 2023. Yeah, they did that with my year too. For grade 7 and 8, they just literally, you could not fail unless your parents held you back. So I just didn't go. And they bumped me up anyway. As long as my name was on paper, sometimes I showed up for school. Like, sometimes. It's fucking retarded. Changes to address youth vaping in New Brunswick. Great. Proposed animal protection measures. All dog and cat sellers to provide oh my God, why isn't this already a thing? requiring all dog and cat sellers to provide a valid certificate of health to purchasers, improved tethering standards, and adding to new standards for animal care. No shit, dude. Like, practice of handling rabbits. Yes, fuck. People literally buy their children pets like they're fucking Tamagotchis. It's crazy. A budgie is not a fucking Tamagotchi for your child, like. Because then it ends up fucking me who takes a fucking bird with a broken wing or fucking can't walk in its fucking foot. I mean, you know what a bird vet is? Yeah, it's a very specific vet. Regular vets don't just take birds. It's another fucking bullshit fucking scam. Vets. Nova Scotia changes to adoption records. Nova Scotia changes to adoption records that allow adopted children and birth parents access to their adoption records once they turn 19. Yeah, they tried to charge my mom like $300 just to open her file for her mother to see if she could find her mom. And her mom was already looking for her. They tried to put an ad in the paper when she was an 18-year-old looking for her. And the fucking place she was adopted out of was trying to charge them for every fucking step of the process to see, well, we have to go see if she wants to reunite with you now. And like it was going to be a big thing, so my mom just like slipped, or my grandma actually slipped the number to my mom somewhere in a package. They were like, oh, you're allowed to send like up if you want to send them like pictures or whatever. And my grandmother is obviously an artist, like this fucking giant fucking booklet of like her life. And just like, oh yeah, by the way, slip that in there if you guys want to continue meeting each other. She's a very nice lady. She's crazy, but she's nice. Like, where's your motive? Like, where are your ethics and motivation for adoption then? If you're charging people at every step of reuniting them with their parent or potentially reuniting them with their birth parents, like, I wonder. Prince Edward Island minimum wage increase. Great, you're paying. All our provinces are now paying us the bare minimum to not starve to death. Yay! Newfoundland soft drink tax. So this is because it's like 2005. Oh no. Northwest Territories increased training for new truck drivers so that we don't have truck drivers on their first drive run into a bus full of hockey players. Ban on single-use plastics. Bags in the Yukon. I'm pretty sure like they don't give a shit. None of it. Having none of it. New holiday. Nunavut did not recognize September 30th as the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. Good, because it was stupid. Because fuck having a day for that shit. Every day, we should be working on truth and reconciliation with the Native Americans. Just saying. But it was a territorial statutory holiday in 2022. Oh, it will be. Sorry. Come on. Sometimes you bring back really nice cars and you have a cool little doom buggy thing that I like. How the fuck am I gonna do that? I'm gonna have to get out all day tomorrow, like. In mid-September, the territorial government said it did not have enough time this year to formally recognize the holiday, but it would be ready to do so in 2022. I agree with that. It's not something that should have been just, like, passed over, because that's what we do with shit that we are guilty of and we are ashamed of. We just go, sorry, so sorry, we didn't know, we weren't there, but we'll try to do better for the future. And then they try to fucking just forget about it. And they move on to something fucking worse that they're doing. Who knew you would be this terrible? Like, this is not news. COVID-19 vaccine efforts leave people outside in the cold for hours in Quebec. Like, that's not news. That's before COVID that was happening as well. Just FYI. Because, like, you guys all think that you're fucking in the loop with fucking health measures. Guess what? I've lived at the hospital. I can draw you blueprints of the animal barriers. They know me. They greet me. The doctor's just, like, passing through emergency will be like, oh, hey, how's your mom? Don't put money. Well, I don't put money into fucking charity for the hospital. I don't know anybody specifically. Fucking just fucking there so fucking much my entire life. Not for me, for somebody else. A letter to the Quebec government published Sunday, a group of 13 specialists made their demand clear: no more curfew. Will the government continue to pull Quebec apart from the rest of Canada every winter by prohibiting the free circulation of people when it gets dark? Cool. Yay, I'm not fucking crazy. And then, like, you're telling me that, like people agree with this shit? Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not hearing your fucking nonsense. The letter was signed by a medley of specialists, ranging from sociologists to legal experts. The authors of the letter argue that based on data from 2020 and 2021, last year's curfew did not play a significant role in slowing the spread of COVID-19. But they knew that, and they said they agreed at the time. Like, and they fucking had it anyway. Excuse me? In 2021, the provincial government issued a curfew that began in January during the peak of the second wave. Didn't get a cool, like, beta or slobs de crons. Like, fucking just the second wave. Ended in May. Yeah, it was supposed to be 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And it was, like, more than 3 months. Yeah. 5 months. It was almost half a year that we were in fucking curfew. Like, as if we're fucking criminals. And it was fucking, like, 2 weeks fucking to get the shortest we could find for delivery for fucking groceries was 2 weeks. I'm like, what if I was an elderly person living by myself? They're like, go get them to Dep. Dep's deliver. Like, Uber is like a standard $20 just in fees. So during peak of during this time, the overall number of cases, the daily number of cases dropped considerably. You just you said one thing in one paragraph, and then in 2021 that it did drop considerably. Observations studied that the curfew was useful in preventing travel and gatherings at the time, when when the number of cases in the general population remained high, the Quebec Health Ministry said in a statement Friday. But that's not true. According to a study titled Connect, conducted by Quebec's Health Institute, which is a big fucking boys club, the degree of social gatherings in the home remained relatively consistent both before and after curfew was put in place. They're just looking for reasons to fuck you. Like, they just want to send out their little fucking flying monkeys to just go find you for anything. In November of 2020, for example, the average number of an individual's daily household contact was 1.7. The number increased slightly in December to 1. Is this a ratio or what? What? I'm confused. The average number of an individual's daily household contacts. What does that mean? And I just don't understand how this number represents that, what you're trying to make a statistic out of. Daily household contacts with what? Like other households, I'm assuming, contacting other households? Like, I must be stupid. Like, just draw it out for me, honestly. Like, just fucking. Oh, you wouldn't understand anyway. Citing this data, the letter authors state that although the curfew may be correlated with, first of all, there's a spelling error there, and I'm a fucking idiot, so decline in cases, it is not necessarily because of this decline. Why aren't you guys spacing your words anymore? Is this not a legitimate, is this not CTV on the website? The government has never demonstrated the efficiency of the curfew. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Instead, it carefully avoided discussing numbers rather than using a confirmation bias. What? What are you? Who's running this place? Rather using a confirmation bias. I'm gonna literally have SOPHI SOFSM ISM. No, just that. Not an E.
Sophism.
Sophism. A sophist was a teacher in ancient Greece in the 5th and 4th century BC. Okay, so sorry. The Google definition for
Sophism
is a fallacious argument, especially one used deliberately to deceive. Oh. Okay, wait. So I want to see. What is this fucking article from? The curfew worked because the numbers of cases dwindled or less people went outside during the night. Oh my god. What does the research say? Although studies on the efficacy of curfews are sparse because fucking human beings. Research from France, which they don't give a shit about Quebec at all. They don't like to associate as like Quebecois because they think Quebecois are disgusting. I worked at the airport. I tried to talk to them. And every time I would speak French to them, they would just be like, "Can you just stop? Can you just talk to me in English?" I'd be like, "I just don't understand. I'm like trying really hard to practice French because like I live here." And they were like, "Yeah, but it's like it's kind of a fucking insult a little bit because they're really pretentious in France." Like, and they're stuck up. But like it sounds like they speak in cursive. I was like, "Oh shit, that's actually how French is supposed to sound." No shit. That's what I actually was taught to speak. And they don't understand. This is the best. You get so it's open?
Yeah.
Shit. Was tinking. What? I don't dump all this shit on here.
Let you drink.
I don't. Okay. For the fridge for now.
Got some chips for your sandwich if you want.
I don't put chips in my sandwich. You're the only freak who does
If you
that.
want to put it on the side.
I'm good.
Right,
Thank you, though.
I got 4 Caesars.
Okay. Thank you. What happened to the one I gave you, actually? Where's your Caesars? Hey, what's this? Hey, what's this? Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you then.
Hello?
I don't know. I gotta do something cool.
Hello?
I don't know what to think of that word. Oh, Loki! Lulu. Oh, I'm gonna whisper something. That was gross. Yeah, I know. Everything's dying all the time. Not just not me, unfortunately. Yep. That's cool. If like I can see too where it's fucked up. Government has never demonstrated the efficiency of the curfew. You're stupid. Indeed. I would love to shit on your chest. I'd be honored. You know what? Tips. Let's get some good tips. It's a big lie, just a tip. Don't believe it. Quickly erase the word. What is this? No. Why am I getting this? And yeah, honestly, like June to the updated June 2018. Get the fuck out of town. No. Okay. No. Take a screenshot using the surface pen. I can't. You will not fucking download the software. I am the left brain. I am the left brain. I work really hard until my inevitable death brain. Allow apps to override the shortcut button behavior. What? It's because it's a fucking language shit. Are you serious? Man. Rate all the things that you. Oh my god, I don't want you doing. Like, show the touch keyboard when not in tablet. Multilingual? What? No. No. Okay, that's a mouse pointer, so it's not keyboard settings. Like, what? Show visual feedback around touch points. I touch the screen. Alright, let's try that again. Talking about the keyboard. I don't know why notify me when there's a connecting USB device. There's no USB port, so. To help say battery? If you're having problems with connected devices, what? Nope. Nope, not quite. Autoplay all media. And there go all my beats. And this is what we're doing again. Duck, fuck. I just pulled on my finger. Okay. Oh, yeah. I just. This is so stupid. Like. Alright, fuck it. I just wanted to send my husband a message. That's all. Don't worry, we'll just type it out. You okay? What? What's going on? I'm a nosy neighbor. Huh? Are you sure you guys are on the right street? Maybe someone sent you guys here for me? It's so funny. We have to literally contemplate whether or not it's worth calling the ambulance in our country. Can we afford an ambulance right now? I mean, you do get primo service when you get to the hospital. I know that doesn't with everybody. But sometimes they make you sit in a fucking hallway, so. As long as you're not next to the door, you're usually good. Oh my god, you suck. See, like, that's why I feel like this is not justified enough to go. It's funny, Cameron's not talking to his friends. I'm literally talking to I can't. I literally just can't be around people without upsetting somebody or myself. Okay. Well, I don't even. Where did the tune go? What? What? Okay. Done it. I just want to go fucking shoot myself in the mouth, please. Busking. Oh, my poor broken fridge. Oh, and I lost my only contact for fucking. The person who can fix it is, I'm crazy enough on my own. I don't need to be around more crazy people. I'm not good when men call me crying. No, like, it's fucking too much. Shut up, it's fully shut. Okie doke.
Yeah, I got an assault rifle. It's from an old file.
Ow, my fucking finger! Is that a beat? I'll be dropping them beats. Yep. Here we go, here we go. The boom, boom. People in the place. If you wanna get down, put your hands in the air. Okay, what's up, husband? Always. I know nothing about war. Hammer. Life is poopy. Research from France seems to suggest that curfews are correlated with the slowing of the virus, even when lockdown measures such as closing bars and restaurants aren't in place. Look at that. Yeah, we'll close every Sunday, but we'll give you a curfew. Like, what is going on here, though? Like, does anybody even care that this is what Nazi Germany does? Like, you can't practice your religion. You can't practice your fucking language. You literally, like, are... I'm sorry, I can't. Like, this is insanity that you guys are fucking complicit with this shit. This is why I fucking work for the Native Americans. All they ask is you don't fuck around, you do your fucking job. And we'll be all good here. Like, don't steal my shit. Don't fuck around with my shit. Don't bring shitty people into my shit. Like, you wanna do your shitty shit over there? I don't give a shit. Not my business. Okay, I'm gonna move to town. Fuck it, like...
Bluetooth device not connecting? Here are some tips to try to fix things and get connected. Make sure Bluetooth is turned on. To check your PC, select the Action Center on the right side of the
Is it
taskbar.
plugged in?
If Bluetooth is turned off, select Bluetooth to turn it on. Next, check your Bluetooth device. Turn on your device.
And voila!
Make sure the battery is charged, or make sure the batteries are new.
And what else?
Verify that your PC is in range, and that there's no interference from USB 3 devices plugged in. Then, turn off your Bluetooth device. Wait a few seconds, and turn it back on. If everything's working, your Bluetooth device should connect automatically.
Wow, thanks. That was really helpful.
If you've checked to make sure your Bluetooth device is turned on, and your PC has Bluetooth turned on, but they're still not connecting, here are a few more things to check. Select the Action Center, and make sure airplane mode is off. Next, search for Bluetooth. Then select Bluetooth and other devices settings. Turn off Bluetooth. Wait a few seconds. Then, turn it back on. If you don't see a Bluetooth setting, or you can't turn it off or on, there might be a problem with your drivers.
No shit.
If turning the Bluetooth device off and on doesn't work, select the device you're trying to connect. Then, select Remove Device. Add the device again by selecting Add Bluetooth or Other Device. Remember to put your device in pairing mode. If you aren't sure how to do this, check your manufacturer's instructions.
It plugs into the device.
Need more help?
It's the only fucking
Troubleshoot
on it.
Bluetooth issues in the Get Help app.
Yep, that's where we are now. And you guys brought me here. Thanks, Microsoft. You brought me to this video from there. God, Jesus Christ. You wonder why people are so mad? Because people like this, I spend fucking thousands of dollars on something that doesn't work, and this is the customer support you get. And then you're told, well, you're a fucking idiot, obviously, because you can't figure it out. I'm not downloading your new fucking stupid Windows 11 bullshit. Like, we tried it. Well, you made me, and then you fucked up my computer, and then you're like, whoopsie, it's just for this fucking computer, though. Don't worry about it. All you have to do is this. Like, fucking have been doing that. It's tablet. I love spending thousands of dollars on so. It's just the keyboard that comes with the fucking device. In Windows 10, there are 2 ways to check if Bluetooth is turned on. Fantastic. Check your PC. If you want to pair, make sure airplane mode is off. Right. Sorry. Right. I should have made sure my airplane mode is off because we all use our airplane mode frequently. I just can't.
If you've tried turning Bluetooth on and off, have removed your Bluetooth device and added it again, but still can't connect, try these steps. Search for Troubleshoot Settings and select Open. Select Bluetooth, then select Run the Troubleshooter. If you don't see additional troubleshooters listed, select Additional Troubleshooters to find them.
Yeah, but there's billions
If
of
your
fucking
Bluetooth
files
setting
on
is
it.
missing
How am I
or
supposed
grayed
to
out,
know?
or if your device still won't connect after running the troubleshooter, there might be a problem with your Bluetooth adapter. This is what makes Bluetooth work on your PC. You'll want to make sure your Bluetooth drivers are up to.
Oh my god, if this is actually how we have to speak now, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. If you have to speak to people in such fucking stupid moronic English, I can't. It would be like listening to like those things that teach 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4. So you just can't. Like, you fucking people are too dumb for life. You deserve this. Everybody deserves this. You need to weed some of you fucking dumb motherfuckers out, but unfortunately, you guys are the ones who are fucking get underground bunkers when you guys will fucking explode the world. Like, oh, it's a little excessive, is it? No, they're real. Go look at it. Go try to find one. Like, these people are fucking real. They're the ones that are fucking causing all this shit and making all the rest of us seem like fucking nuts. Like, no wonder people are losing it. Like, short hand, blah blah blah. Because like, we don't fix things. Device manager, which we are already open. I'm gonna do this whole spiel again. Because fuck listening to anything Quebec related. You guys are useless. Oh, wow. Research from France, right? Medrix. Medrix.org? The printed server for health science? The science. Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, BMJ, Yale. Oh, good luck. Well, I hope you're okay. Why do you say good luck every time a fucking ambulance drives by? Because Monday might be you in there, and you probably will need some luck. An early assessment of curfew and a second. Okay. Litigation in France, yeah. This article is a preprint and has not been peer-reviewed. What does that mean? It reports new medical research that is yet to be evaluated and so should not be used as medical guidance. Got it. Abstract. This note provides an early assessment of the reinforced measure to curb the COVID-19 pandemic in France, which includes curfew of selected areas and a second COVID-19 related lockdown that started on. Wow, it's still ongoing. I did not know that. So their censorship is way worse than ours. I'm so sure this is all fucking like the Queen and shit. Like, I think this is the Queen of England and Putin. That's what I think this is. In my expert opinion. We analyze the change in virus propagation across age groups and across departments. Forgot to. Using an acceleration index introduced in. See, this makes sense. So, Bunez AAL in 2020, we find that while the pandemic is still in acceleration regime, acceleration decreased notably with curfew measures, and this more rapidly. So far, okay, because I'm assuming because this is translated through fucking Google Translate because no one can fucking bother. And this more rapidly, so for the more vulnerable population group, that is for people older than 60. Acceleration, like people who are older than 60 don't need a curfew. I don't know, like acceleration continued to decline under lockdown, but more so for the active population under 60 than for those above 60. For youngest population aged 0 to 19, curfew measures did not reduce acceleration, but lockdown does. That makes sense. You can't go to the fucking mall and hang out. You can't go to the bar and hang out. You can't go fucking anywhere to fucking go hang out with your fucking buddies, your little posse. But telling me I can't walk my dog, telling me I can't go to and from fucking work in my car alone, and you're gonna pull me over and you're gonna give me a ticket. This suggests that if health policies aim at protecting the elderly population, generally more at risk to suffer severe consequences from COVID-19, curfew measures may be effective enough. However, looking at the departmental map of France, we find that curfews have not necessarily been imposed in departments where acceleration was the largest. Competing interest in statements. Authors have declared no competing interest. Funding statement. No external funding. Author declarations. I confirm all relevant ethical guidelines have been followed and any necessary IRB or ethics committee approvals have been obtained. Oh, my computer just... Oh. Hey, finally. I think months ago, they were like, yeah, look for a little icon with an exclamation point on it. And that's where you'll find your problem. But I can't even fix them because operation failed. Driver. Yeah, it's a fucking... Okay, driver's there. Update driver. So... You're fucking useless, man. Okay, properties. View all events. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Not excessive all... Not all necessary... Blah, blah, blah. Acceleration increased notably curfew measures and is more rapidly so for the more vulnerable population, blah, blah, blah. Can't fucking do this to people, man.
Oh. Yeah, for real.
Value. You know, I just like Windows 11 is here? Really? Oh, I didn't know. Well, I had to know because, well, I'm fucking downloading my fucking bullshit even without my permission. So, that's cool. I like that Surface Devices has its own fucking category. I don't want your diagnostic bullshit. Look at that. I could be a dev. I just need to fucking have more of a fucking pretentious fucking self-centered attitude that I am the fucking czar right and you're all just floating in your sea of wrong. Then I could be a dev. I don't want to check my warranty status. I know what my warranty status is. I don't want to send it in for service. It's not a hardware problem, it is a software problem. Your software problem. PC accessories. Yep, there we go. Troubleshoot problems with your Microsoft Master Keyboard, yeah. Dongle for my mouse? What? What the fuck does a dongle mean? Oh, we're sorry. The page you requested cannot be found. It was linked from your website, so. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Because it keeps fucking, that's why I keep tipping it over. You're a piece of shit. Every possible way. Mouse keyboard isn't working, doesn't appear in this, blah, 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 blah. Here are some steps you should try. Great. Can't wait to see these. Connection type, Bluetooth keyboards, blah, blah, blah. Keyboards, wired keyboards, wireless keyboards. Okay. So now we need to look up what the fuck a dongle is. Oh my god. A small device that plugs into a computer and serves as an adapter or as a security measure to enable the use of certain softwares. Wait, wireless? Is that what it's supposed to be? It connects, but it's wireless, but it's not Bluetooth? Are you telling me to check my batteries? Because, once again, wired keyboards might connect directly. Okay, but I don't have a USB, so that's not possible. Wireless keyboards might connect to your PC using a wireless USB dongle. I already check the batteries. Unplug it and plug it back in. Nope. None of these solve my problem. Check the placement of the wireless USB dongle. Oh my god. Try to avoid using device near things like wireless network device cord, microwave ovens, remote control toys, cables running parallel to the wireless. What are you guys talking about? Wait, it's not working? Windows update. Yeah, I know. Wow. Please, just take my fucking computer back. Like you're asking me what my issue is at this point, and it's just my issue is that I want you to take it back and give me my fucking money. And I will go spend it elsewhere. Like on food and life things. Well, not available for Windows S mode? I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't care. ARM version. You're telling me it's not supported. Well, we'll see if it was helpful. Mouse keyboard is fucking center. Extracting files. Great. You take. Whatever. Accept. Take my soul. Whatever. help us fix things? No, because that was your job to begin with. I'm not helping you do your job for you. So I fucking pay you fucking shit tons of money for it. Maybe, yeah. Oh, there we go. I'm trying. Trying to life, but everything is more difficult than it should be. On purpose. To make my life Barbo. She'll understand. Yeah, okay. Well, this was very helpful. I like that. Not supported device detected. Even though I bought it from Microsoft. Because that's all you could ever buy for these devices is directly from Microsoft if you want it to work. Which I did. But you guys then updated, and now it doesn't, and now you're telling me that it's not supported. Microsoft mouse and keyboard standard cannot detect a Microsoft device connected to your computer. If you have a supported Microsoft device, please plug the USB connector into a different USB port. You guys keep saying the word USB device. Like, it's not a USB. Well, it's a USB-C, sorry. That's it. That's all. Wait. I don't want to shop. The last thing I want to do is give you guys one more fucking dollar of my money. What was it? Oh, yeah. Here, let's try this. Well, let's do this first. Because things explode. Oh, God. Okay. um. No, not quite. Okay. E for effort. That's just for whatever reason. Maybe. You know what? Wait. Yep, no. Wait, no. Yeah. I hate you guys. I hate fucking everybody. Shit, dick. Okay. You know what? Here, let's try this. Let's just see if we just plug things into different holes. That's what she said. Look, wait. Watch. We're just gonna start plugging things. They don't belong. That's called rape. You know what's funny? I'm like looking at it and I that's how stupid these fucking plugs are, is that I could literally be staring at it and it does not plug in. Alright, that's good. Yeah, because those are USB ports. So you need the whole part. See, this is like a giant fucking scam. Everything about this thing is a fucking scam. I hate you people. Absolutely fucking can't stand you people. Yeah, let's make it a fucking magnet. So it literally fucking sticks to everything and everything sticks to it. Super duper smart.